Dear Nordic and Baltic guests, dear participants, welcome to the Nordic Baltic Conference, Shaping Inclusive Cities Together. I am Helene Nilsson, the director of the Nordic Council of Ministers office here in Lithuania, and I will have the pleasure of hosting today's conference. First, I would like to announce, both for online and on-sites, that we will have simultaneous translation from English to Lithuanian, but also from English, into English from Lithuanian tomorrow. And it will be available for all participants here at the conference in Kaunas, but also those watching us on YouTube. And you should download this app if needed, or use the QR code. Having said that, during 2022 to 2024, the Nordic Council of Ministers office in Lithuania successfully implemented the project Fostering Refugees and Immigrants Integration, FORIN. Together, of course, with counterparts in Latvia and Estonia, UNHCR regional representation in Stockholm, and all various relevant and good regional partners here in the Nordic-Baltic region. Building on this success, FORIN 2.0 will adopt a more practical approach addressing critical needs to sustain effective integration systems and advancing the concept of inclusive cities. We are aiming to establish a self-sustained regional platform that connects actors and stakeholders from various fields across the Nordic-Baltic region who are working on or are involved in integration. Project activities will include training sessions, peer-to-peer learning, study visits, as well as conferences such as the one here in Kaunas, Lithuania, today and tomorrow, but also in Latvia and Estonia. Next year here in Lithuania, we will organize a big Nordic-Baltic NGO forum on integration. Before we go into the conference topics, it's now time for me to invite my co-host, Rauf Aslonav, to the stage. Rauf is a PhD student here at Vytautas Magnus University. His research focuses on migration from and to post-communist countries, very much focusing on Ukraine right now. And you live here in Kaunas since 1.5 years, but before you lived and studied in Turkey, both Ankara and Istanbul, for 7 years. Yeah. But originally, you are from Azerbaijan.
Yes.
Baku.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. He's a professional migrant.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you very much, Helen. Dear conference guests and participants, I am very happy to be here with you today and confront the essential question of how to overcome the strangeness and challenges of a new place, a new home. During the conference, participants will get the opportunity to meet and network with experts, policymakers, practitioners, and representatives from civic society organizations from Baltic and Nordic countries. So, dear guests, let's begin and enjoy this conference.
We will do so.
Thank you.
And we will now open the floor for open remarks from our significant partners, whom we are very grateful to have here with us today. First, I would like to invite Deimante Bukeikaite, Vice Minister of Social Security and Labour of the Republic of Lithuania. The floor is yours.
Good day, everyone. Migration has always been a part of human history. People move from one town to another, from one country to another. It is a natural process, neither good nor bad on its own. What truly matters is how we respond to it, how we support newcomers, and how we ensure that migration benefits both them and the communities they join. This is why the work being done through Foreign 2 is so important. Led by the North Council of Minister Office in Lithuania, together with its partners in Latvia, Estonia, and UNHCR, this initiative is driving real, practical solutions for integration. It ensures that refugees and immigrants can settle, contribute, and thrive also while strengthening the communities that welcome them. A special acknowledgement goes to municipalities, which are the heart of this process. They work closest to residents, shaping how integration happens in practice. Their role is very important, and we deeply appreciate their dedication to building inclusive and welcoming communities. Over the past 2 years, the Foreign project has received positive feedback from ministries, municipalities, NGO, refugee-led organizations, universities, and most importantly, from refugees and immigrants themselves. This success reflects the dedication and collaboration and so many actors across the region. But our work does not stop there. Foreign 2 is about building on this progress, expanding partnership, mobilizing resources, and adapting to the evolving needs of immigrants and refugees in the Nordic and Baltic regions, which increasing migration and involving national and local responses, a practical hands-on approach is more important than ever. So Foreign 2 will focus on real solution through training, peer learning, study visits, and expert guidance to help develop sustainable and effective integration system. By strengthening regional, national, and local networks, this initiative ensures that the knowledge and resources created will remain accessible long after the project ends. The goal is to create a self-sustaining learning platform, a toolkit that municipalities, organizations, and communities can continue to use in the future. To achieve this, new strategic partners and stakeholders are being brought in, ensure that immigrants and refugees themselves play an active role in shaping the process. At the same time, strong teams will be minded with who contributed to the first Foreign project, fostering continued and deeper collaboration. Over the past months, national integration authorities have been consulted to identify priorities for 2024 and 2025. Insights from Pan-Baltic Knowledge Exchange Platform and the final Foreign conference in Vilnius have also guided the way forward. Foreign 2 will focus on 4 key areas: raising awareness and improving communication, strengthening local integration service, providing holistic language and health support, and creating inclusive education and leisure programs for children and youth. So the ultimate goal is to build a strong, sustainable regional platform that supports integration efforts at all levels, while developing a practical, adaptable living integration toolbox that evolves alongside our communities. Integration is not just a national or regional issue. It is a key priority across Europe and beyond. Migration affects us, and the way we approach it today will shape our societies for years to come. I believe that the lessons learned through foreign can also serve as a model for broader international cooperation, helping to build stronger, more inclusive communities across borders. We are honored to be part of this important work and deeply grateful to everyone involved. Your dedication and commitment are what make initiatives like this possible. Thank you for being here. Let's work together and make Foreign 2 great success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Vice Minister. And now, please allow me to introduce our second speaker, Signe Grūbe, Parliamentary Secretary of the Ministry of Culture of Latvia. Please.
Dear colleagues, partners, and friends, it's a pleasure to be here with you today representing the Ministry of Culture of Latvia. At the start of this important new chapter of the project, Fostering Refugees and Immigrant Integration for in 2.0. Let me be sincerely thanking the Nordic Council of Minister Office in Lithuania. Thank you very much for inviting us as partner. Thank you, UNHCR representation for the Nordic and Baltic countries, and all our regional partners for organizing this timely and inspiring conference. Integration is more than policy. It is a shared journey. It begins with a sense of welcoming and growth through community. And for that, we must recognize that vital role of cultural institutions, community, organization, and civil society. We must remember that successful integration depends on strong local partnership. Municipalities and NGOs work in the front line every day, providing services, fostering communities, and supporting the well-being of newcomers. The way we came together, the Welcome Ukrainians, shows the true power of collaboration across national and local levels, civil society, and international partners. In Latvia, we have seen how libraries and culture centers serve not only as guardians of knowledge and heritage, but also as powerful practical space for integration and resilience. They are ideal settings for intercultural events, digital support, and social programs that foster inclusion and understanding. In this way, libraries can become living platforms for community cohesion, especially in smaller towns and rural areas, where other services may be limited. Non-governmental organizations and grassroots initiatives bring unique perspective and trusted-based relationship that allows them to meet people where they are. Their collaboration with municipalities, cultural institutions, and national actors is what makes integration tangible, person by person, and neighborhood by neighborhood. Foreign 2.0 recognize that inclusive cities are not built from the top down. They grow from the ground up. Through this project, we have an opportunity to invest not only in structures and policies, but in relationship, creativity, and participation. Let us use these 2 days to strengthen our ties, learn from each other, and recommit us the kind of inclusive and resilient communities we all want to live in. Thank you, and I wish you a vibrant and inspiring conference.
Thank you so much, Parliament Secretary, for your speech. Our next speaker will be online from Stockholm. Dear Annika Sandlund, representative for the Nordic and Baltic countries, UNHCR, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much. I am hoping that you can all hear me, and if not, that I will get a sign. It's my great honor to be with you today. I'm very sad that I'm participating virtually and won't have time to really speak in-depthly to all of you. But there are reasons for that. Very shortly, just a few thoughts from my side. First of all, of course, we are very honored to be part of the group organizing for IN2 as UNHCR, and we rely on all of you to be active and participate during these days so that we really learn as much as we can from each other. As many of you know, the humanitarian community has been quite badly hit by decreases in foreign aid assistance over the past 4 to 5 months. And that's also one of the reasons why I cannot be with you in person. I think this time just highlights the need for solidarity amongst ourselves, and also, from my point of view, the broader values that the Nordic and the Baltic countries can bring to the debate on a global level. It was already mentioned that this indeed is a project that can benefit others from wider afield, and I hope this is something that we can look into further when we move forward. While foreign aid is being decreased, defense spending is being increased across the world, and there are very legitimate reasons for that. I think one of the things that we tend to forget is that we as humanitarian workers, you as municipality workers, and academia in many ways are the civil defense mechanism of the countries in which we live. We all know that societies where inequalities grow and where exclusion policies are more prevalent than inclusion policies are societies that become fragmented and increase global instability. So I really encourage us to also look at the frontline workers, municipality workers, teachers, culture workers, library workers, as upholding the common values that we hold. We know that successful integration builds on open and democratic societies, on municipalities and municipality workers that go the extra mile and reach out actively to newcomers, whoever they are and wherever they come from. But also, of course, successful integration does depend on the refugees and the migrants themselves, their willingness to learn a language, to integrate and to be part of the society. Often, though, they don't actually know how. And I think that's something that conferences like this can help us all learn from each other's best practices. Finally, just a few good examples on reintegration strategies that have worked. And I will quote a few figures from the recently concluded Socio-Economic Insights Survey that we've done together with partners, such as the Lithuanian Red Cross, such as IOM, such as I Want to Help Refugees, and the Estonian Refugee Council in all the 3 countries. Just looking at it, and they're online and they're available, so please have a look. If we look at Estonia and the Ukrainian refugee population, in Estonia, 93% of the children aged between 7 and 18 are enrolled in national local education systems. This is a very high figure when you look at the Ukrainian refugee population, including in many more countries around Ukraine that have longer traditions of hosting refugees. 69% of the adult refugee population from Ukraine is working, which is remarkable when you look at the profile of the refugees, which are mainly women with children. In Latvia, over 1/3 of the refugees who arrived less than 3 years ago say that they can understand and speak Latvian already. Over 50% of them are employed. And while there have been challenges in education, more than 77% report that they're very happy with the reception that they have received from the host community. Finally, looking at Lithuania, over 60% of the Ukrainian refugees live in individual housing, having moved out from collective centers. And I know this is something that some of the Nordics actually struggle with in really encouraging Ukrainian refugees to move out and become fully self-sufficient in the societies. 83% are in education, 53% are employed. So I think if you look at what we were able to do for Ukrainians in terms of integration, our plea from UNHCR is that we extend the same generosity, the same whole of society support to all refugees and all migrants in our countries, and make sure that everyone has a chance to successfully integrate and help us make our societies stronger and better. Thank you very much.